Welcome back to Stepfamily Saturdays with your Stepfamily guides. We're here to lead you through the everyday challenges of your stepfamily journey. With me today are my fellow Stepfamily guides, Amelia and Amy. And for those new to Stepfamily Saturdays, I'm Adrienne, a mom of two, stepmom of two, certified stepfamily coach, and currently obtaining my conscious parenting certification. I'm founder of The Art of Blended Chaos, where I help step parents reduce their stress, learn new strategies, and reach their fullest potential. I'm creator of Mom Formations, positive affirmations for moms and stepmoms to lean on throughout their parenting and step parenting journey. I hope that through my sharing authentically, I can provide guidance and support to others navigating the daily challenges of blended family life. I'm going to let each of them introduce themselves when we are going to dive into an open discussion about what to call the step parent. Amelia.
Hey everyone, I'm Amelia. I'm a certified stepfamily coach as well and the owner of Lane Stepfamily Coaching. I'm a second wife, stepmom of one, and mom to two. One of those is our ours baby that we added 6 years ago. I help step parents and step families discover, cope with, and overcome their step family challenges. Amy?
Thanks so much. I'm Amy Ambrosich. I own Dare to Parent, which is a parenting and stepfamily coaching program. So I offer support and strategies to get over the challenges of parenting and stepfamily life. I work on helping couples get on the same page for parenting and build a strong family foundation so that they can then build a strong discipline plan on top of that. So it's kind of a two-part process, and I focus a lot on communication for both through the parent-parent relationship, parent-child relationship, and of course in the step families, I take that to the next level with them too. So mom of three, all adults, not a stepmom, but I have two sisters who've gone through the process, and I've coached many step couples through the years. So happy to share tips and strategies along the way. So going back to you, Adrienne.
Wonderful. So now we're going to dive into answering some of the most commonly asked questions that we receive as step family coaches, specific to what to call the step parent. So I know probably where to start is I'm new to a relationship with a partner that has children. We're getting more serious. I feel like this is leaning towards we're going to end up married or we're living together. And I'm curious, what should my partner's kids call me? What are your thoughts, ladies?
My thoughts on that are, what do the kids want to call you? Aside from any, bad nicknames that they might want to give you, but let kids lead the way in that. What do they feel comfortable calling you? What do they want to call you? Don't necessarily put pressure on them to give you some, fancy name, and just let it be. That's my approach.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's how I personally approached it. Adding on to that, I also think that it's important to give the children permission, if there's another home that they go to with step parents involved, to call whatever the step parents are in the other home what the child is comfortable with. I feel like it needs to go both ways. It can't be, well, in our house, you can refer to your step parent as mom or dad or a special nickname or whatever. But at the other house, that's not your mom or dad, or that you can't have a special nickname. I feel like that's completely unfair and undoing the work you're trying to do in your house. So I do feel like it needs to go both ways. And I've seen it lift a tremendous amount of pressure and stress off of the children to give them that permission and to talk openly about it, and especially in front of the step parents. So I think that that's incredibly important as well.
Yeah,
I'd also like to,
go ahead, Amy.
Okay, I was just going to say, I'd just like to add and maybe do a reminder here that a lot of it has to do with the age of the kids too. If you're dealing with preteens, teens, they're not going to necessarily want to slide into calling you, mom or whatever, depending on your relationship with them, they may be more comfortable with calling you by your first name or, by a nickname or something like that. But littles may just slide right into calling you mom or stepmom or, some go with Mimi, or there's a lot of cute little nicknames, that go in there too. But a lot of it has to do with the kids' ages and where they're at developmentally too. So especially with our older kids, we need to remember that to them, you're just an adult that my parent happens to be dating. So, I don't necessarily have a relationship with you, so I don't need this warm fuzzy name for you. And that's okay. If that's where they're at, that's okay.
And I think that's the biggest thing here is it's okay. Whatever, whatever they're wanting to call you, it's okay. And just taking that pressure off, letting them lead the way, I think is the most important thing. And as Adrienne mentioned, giving them permission, in the other home. And I think that's a huge part of step family life in general, is just giving kids permission and releasing them of any of those loyalty binds they might feel or what have you. But that's a topic for another day.
Well, actually, let's talk about that a little bit, because that does lead into, do you worry about how the other bio parent feels about it? Is that your place to worry about that? Or do you just do what's best in your home, where you have control over that? Or do you have an open discussion with all of the parents involved, and then bring the children in and include them? What does that look like? How do you start that, and when the timing, and which, the timing is really, I guess, dependent on, do the kids bring it up? Then that's when you have that conversation. Or do you approach it with the kids, or do you wait for them to bring it up? So let's dive into those a little bit, the timing, and then do you involve all of the parents in these discussions, or do you just do what's best in your home?
Again, I think we let the kids lead the way in the conversation. Once it starts to be a thing, then address it. And then also, I think you need to check your ego, and ensure that you're wanting your title for genuine reasons, not because you want to spite, bio mom in the other house. Don't want your stepchild to call you mom just because you want to spite her. So I think you have to look at your reasoning why and be really honest with yourself. And that can be difficult to do. But as for conversation, I think, again, a lot depends on the relationship between the bio parent and their ex. Is it a relationship that you can sit down and have a conversation like that? If it is, then great. Definitely sit down and have that. But if it's high conflict and it's not really going to get you anywhere, then do what's best for inside of your home, I think is the best approach.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I absolutely agree with that. Sorry, we'll have to cut this out. I blinked.
Okay.
I think we really the kids' feelings, but we kind of covered that organically.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else on this topic?
I think it just kind of fell in.
Step parents. Yeah. Well, maybe quickly just touching on step parents' feelings, like maybe someone's not comfortable being called mom or dad, or I'm not sure. I've never encountered that, but I'm sure there's somebody out there. I don't know.
Or what about the opposite of, the step kid isn't comfortable calling them mom or dad or a cute or special nickname, and that could feel hurtful to the step parent, feeling it just causes them to feel more on the outside than maybe they already felt, because they can't find their place within that family unit. And so that can be hurtful to them. And then how do they work through and overcome that as the adult in the situation, which is very real in some situations.
Mm-hmm.
I think that then takes it to that step, and we kind of touched on it earlier too, that we have to look at ourselves as the adults and say, well, why am I feeling this way? What is this really leading to? Is it because I'm pushing for a closer relationship with the child, and I feel that that's going to help bond us. Is it because I want to make sure that I have a standing of some sort in this family other than just dad's new wife? And I think, Amelia, you were the one that said, sometimes we need to check the ego at the door and, really ask ourselves, what is it that we really want? And is it really the cute name, or is it what happens behind that cute name, that closer relationship? So if we can take a step back, really think about what are the feelings underlying all of that, it might help us figure that out a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All such important aspects of this tricky conversation to navigate.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. We hope this conversation has been enlightening. Don't forget to tune in every Saturday for more Stepfamily Saturday conversations. And if you have topics or questions that you'd like to pose to us, please reach out and share those so that we can provide support to you and your family as you navigate this journey. You can also learn more about us and our offerings through following us on Facebook and Instagram at Step Family Guides or on our website at stepfamilyguides.com. Have a beautiful day.